Hello everyone! I'm here again in my veranda area. Today is August 14, 2025. My location is Silang, Cavite, Philippines. Time check, it's 9:30 a.m. and the sun is up. But the weather here in Silang, Cavite, Philippines, in the morning it's sunny, very hot. But in the afternoon, it rained so hard. So that's our weather here. Every day it's like that. And sometimes during night time, it's raining throughout the night. So it's not just an ordinary rain, it's strong. If you could see, there are scattered black sand on the floor. So I haven't cleaned up yet. So today I will be sharing about succulents. There are some succulents here in my veranda area that somewhat look similar or the same, but they have actually different succulent ID. So let's start with this succulent. This is Murasaki. So look at the pretty pink and purplish color of this succulent. And this is my purple light, which is located here in the veranda area. In the first part of the video, that's the purple light in my front yard. So up close, this is how a purple light look like, and this is how at the back part is the Murasaki. So you would notice the difference from afar. You would notice that they somewhat look similar or the same, but actually there's a difference when you look up closely. The Murasaki has more rounded leaves, but the purple delight has a little bit of pointy leaves, and the color or the stress color they have is also different. Purple delight is more on purple color. Murasaki is more on pink color, and the leaves is more rounded compared to the purple delight. So this is my super bomb. It doesn't look good because it was infested by fungus this rainy season, but I hope it can recover. So this is another pot of purple delight, and I'm going to compare the purple delight with the super bomb. So this is super bomb. Super bomb is quite flat and more pointy, and the leaves is much thinner compared to the purple delight. So super bomb is look like this up close, and purple delight look like this when up close. So it's more rounded but pointy leaves. Super bomb is more flat and more flat. And this is Murasaki. Let's compare it with super bomb. So there's a difference between the two of them, but actually super bomb is somewhat purplish in color whenever there are stress, but right now it's not stress and it's not pretty to look at. But this is how it look like. This is how it look like when you compare them. So Murasaki has more rounded pinkish purplish color. Superbum is flat pointed leaves. Purple Delight is purplish when stressed and more plump leaves and bigger. And this is my goose plant. So goose plant is somewhat similar also to purple haze. So this is our purple haze up close. So purple haze is purplish in color, especially when it's stressed. So my purple haze doesn't look that good because it was infested by aphids as well as goose with rainy season, but it's recovering. So this is goose plant. Goose plant is look similar or the same with purple haze, but it's brownish in color. So when you put them side by side, this is how it look like. The smaller set or the brownish in color is goose plant, and purple haze is more on purple color. So purple haze, goose plant, super bomb, purple delight, and Murasaki, when they are not stressed in color, when they don't have the stress color, I mean, and when you look at it from afar, you would notice that they somewhat look the same or similar on each other. Especially when they are stressed in color, they are more on purplish color. So sometimes if you are really in a hurry to repot your succulent and you forgot what is the ID and then suddenly they all become at the same time stressed in color, you would get confused. That's why I studied each one of these succulent in order for me to distinguish, because I do repotting from time to time every 6 months if possible, but most of the times every year, especially I do not repot my succulents during rainy season just like now. So let's have a recap. This is how a Murasaki look like. A purple delight, super bomb, ghost plant, and our purple haze. So most all of these succulent are purplish in color. So let's go to the next succulent that we're going to compare. This is my Chloe. So it's very lush. It's only one pot. And this is my Graptoveria Marfin, or what we usually call Pretty in Pink or Lady in Pink. No, that's its common name, but it is usually its name is Graptoveria Marfin. So if we compare it by side, we have the Chloe. I can describe Chloe for having a bluish green color, and the stress color is somewhat orange when it is stressed under the full sun. And this is Graptoveria Marfin. The stress color is red on the tips of its leaves. So if you compare it side by side, look, they almost look similar or the same, but they really differ on some things like the bluish green color of Chloe and the reddish or brown color of the Morphine. Especially when they are stressed, they are different. But whenever they are green, when you look at them and they are side by side with their pot, they look almost same. So anyway, Graptoveria Marfin is more susceptible to fungus compared to Chloe. So this is my Tinkerbell. So my Tinkerbell is green in color, and this is my pink puppet. It was a gift from my friend, Sister Mi Hermano. Hi, Sister Mi. So I will post the channel of my friend. Please do visit and watch her video. And let's take a look at up close of the Tinkerbell and the pink puppet. If you would notice, the rosette shape is somewhat similar, but the difference is that Tinkerbell is more on green color, pink puppet is purplish in color and with a touch of pink too. But I have not tried to stress Tinkerbell here in my garden because it's just newly bought and it's not that quite stable here in my veranda area. But if you would look at the rosette, they are really somewhat similar or same. So I distinguish these two pots by their color. Stress color, which is pink puppet, is pink, and Tinkerbell is most of the times green here in my garden. So the most common example or the most common succulent that succulent collector or beginners get confused is our Graptopetalum mendicae. So what you are looking at the video right now is our Graptopetalum mendicae, which is very plump and chubby. So it has a bigger rosette and a purplish color when stressed compared to Graptopetalum myrinae. So this is our Graptopetalum myrinae, which have smaller rosette but has the same purplish color when it's stressed. But if you would notice, the leaves is much pointy compared to the Graptopetalum mendicae. So I put them side by side. This Graptopetalum mendicae and myrinae is potted in a clay pot. So at first when I collected these two, I really got confused, and then I tried to pot them on the same pot, clay pot, to distinguish which. So as time goes, when I collected succulent, I was able to distinguish which one is Cryptopetalum mendicae, this one is mendicae, and this one is Myrinae. So right now, what are you looking at is our Arunpei. So the stress color is not much purple in color because of the rainy season. It lacks sunlight, but it's still pretty to look at. And this is our Choco Moonstone. So it has a plump leaves and brownish in color. So when I put side by side Choco Moonstone and Arunpei, it's quite similar from afar, but if you look up at it closely, Arunpei have purplish color, Choco Moonstone have brown color. Arunpei leaves is much thinner compared to the Choco Moonstone, which is so chubby compared to Arunpei. So that's how I distinguish it. If you look at it side by side, this is how it looks like, and the pot is quite heavy. I'm having a hard time. So let's go to the next one. This is our Sedum Adolphi, which is, I think this is a variety of Golden Sunset or Golden Glow. I forgot really the exact ID, but this is Sedum Adolphi. And this is my pot, pink. So as the name suggests, it turns somewhat pink in color whenever it's stressed. So when you look at it side by side, you can only distinguish them by their stress color. This is Pat's pink. This is Sedum Adolphii, so which is orange in color when stressed. This one is pink to red in color. So, but if they are both in green colors, you will really get confused. Because it happens to me during these rainy days, they are both green in color, so I get confused. So I have to wait for the stress color to come out in order for me to distinguish which one is Adolphii and which one is Pat's pink. There are also some Echeveria that looks the same. So this is our White Monroe, which is Farina, and we are going to compare it to cream tea. This is my cream tea. So it doesn't look good because the rosette is quite not normal to look at. But if you put it side by side, and if the cream tea would have the same rosette as the White Monroe, they almost look the same, especially when they are stressed. But White Monroe has more thick farina compared to cream tea, but when they are stressed, they look almost the same. That's what I have observed here in my veranda area or in my garden. So that's how I describe it. So the next one is the Laura. So this is Laura, and this is Missing You. So they are both purple in color, purplish in color, and they are on this table side by side. The Laura here is much bigger, but if you would notice, Missing You has more blue-gray color compared to Laura. So I'm not so sure how will I differentiate them with their leaves, because for me they look somewhat the same or similar. But all the ideas that I'm giving you right now, guys, are based on the seller's ID that was given to me by my seller. So whenever I bought succulents, especially from Jusasan Cactolens, if you are interested, I will just put the FB page of Jusasan Cactolens if you are interested to buy. So I always request her to put the succulent ID on my succulent, so that I won't get confused, but sometimes I do forget it also. So let's go to the next one. This is my Beckia. So it's pretty. It has been with me for 2 years, and this is my Pink Champagne. So Pink Champagne is a hybrid actually of agavoids. So agavoids are characterized by molded wax leaves. So this is my purple champagne. It's also a variety of agavoids. So let's put these three succulents side by side. So this is how it looks like. You would only just distinguish it from the stress colors. So this is my purple champagne, a hybrid of agavoid. This is Becca. If you would notice, there's a white line on its petals, and this is my pink champagne, which is more noticeable because it has its stress color, which is pink. So they are really beautiful. They have been with me for more than 2 years already, and I think they are surviving because last summer they really got too small, and now they are getting so plump because of the rain. So I hope they would survive the rainy day. So let's have a recap. This is Becca and pink champagne. And this is my Echeveria fire pillar, a hybrid of agavoids too. So it has a molded wax, leaves, and a pointy tips also. So it's one of my favorite succulent here in my garden. And this is my Echeveria cat's claw. If you would notice, it has the same red tips but more pointy compared to fire pillars. So if you put them side by side and you are not really familiar with their ID, or your seller did not put an ID, you might get confused. Although the way that the rosette grows is really different from each other. I can say that fire pillar is more rounded compared to cat's claw, and cat's claw has a thin layer of farina, and fire pillar has a shiny one because it is a molded wax leaf. So they're both pretty, but this is, I think, my only one pot of cat's claw. But for fire pillar, I have some. So this is Alba Beauty. Yes, it has a pointy lips. It's so pretty. It is one of the Echeveria that I can suggest also for beginners. And this is my Amabile. This is also one of the Echeveria that I can suggest for beginners. They are so easy to take care, and they're not very delicate. If you look at it side by side, from afar, they look somewhat similar, but you will distinguish them because Amabile have more rounded and more chubby leaves. Alba Beauty has pointy leaves compared to Amabile, but they are both pretty and they are both my favorites also here in my garden, especially when they have stress color. So what you are looking right now is the peach candy. It looks like Graptopiria marfin, yeah. And I accidentally potted a Graptopiria marfin on the same pot because when I'm trying to repot the offset, I thought it's a peach candy, so I accidentally potted it together with the peach candy. So peach candy has more rounded leaves. This is marfin, more pointy leaves. So you can see the difference between Graptopiria marfin and peach candy because they are potted in one pot, I mean. So the two small rosettes are peach candy. The one on the back is the Graptopiria marfin. And this is my Sedum Rochi. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So it has a thin farina. It's very green in color. And this is my Sedum clavatum, which is trying to recover from the rainy season. And if I put them side by side, you would notice that Sedum clavatum has more dull green color because of its thick farina, while Sedum rochi have more bright color of green compared to Sedum clavatum. And you would also notice the difference between the rosette. I just cannot describe it well, but looking at it closely, you would see the difference between them. But looking them from afar without the stress color, also it's also hard to distinguish. So there are more succulents here that look somewhat similar and same, but I don't have the time to flex or to share it with you. So what I shared is just the common succulent that we usually get confused of. So I hope you like my sharing for today. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. And please do not forget to subscribe and share my video to your family, friends, and relatives. And if you do have more extra time, please do visit my main channel, Dusty Succulent and Cacti Lover. I'll just be posting the video at the main channel there here in the video, so you can have a guide. So that's all. I hope your succulents are surviving these rainy days, and see you on my next vlog. God bless us all. Bye. Happy gardening, everyone.